This sweatshirt has received over 500 sales in the past 7 days, and this sweatshirt here has sold over 450 times in the past 7 days. And there's multiple products just like this that's doing extremely well. And what makes this product actually trending right now is having a design on the sleeve of the product. So in today's video, I'm gonna share with you how easy it is to create designs, just not for the front part of the sweatshirt, but also for the sleeve of the sweatshirt that will help you get tons of sales. I'm sure this all with you coming up next. So welcome back to the video, my friends. If you're new here, my name is Jay, and on this channel, I teach you how to make income online by creating and selling your own products. So if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. All right, so for today's video, we definitely want to head over to Printify because this is going to be the main place we sell our print-on-demand products and what's going to really be our source of our products. And so we definitely want to focus on the sweatshirt, but we have a lot of options here. But for our video today, we definitely want to focus on the gilded 18,000 sweatshirt product because this is going to give us that option to create that sleeve design we know to be trending on Etsy. Now, before we even open this up, you'll see two pricings here. The standard price for Printify, the free version here, is $15.54. But again, when you sign up for Printify Premium, you're able to get this at a major discount, just at $11.97, therefore allowing you to keep more money in the long run and really be competitive with your pricing. Now, again, Printify was so kind to give my audience a discount code to use this absolutely for free for 30 days. So if you want to check out that promo code, check out my link down in my description box below. All right, so when we open this up, you will see that we have a lot of different options in regards to what print-on-demand provider we want to go with. In our case today, we definitely want to be mindful of a print-on-demand partner that actually prints on the sleeve of the sweatshirt design. And so we actually have some notes here in regards to what type of areas can be printed. Again, we see this one here, Print Geek can do front and back side. Again, Monster Digital, front side and back side. Aqua Styles, front side and back side. But when you head over to Swift POD, you can see that we have a lot more options as opposed to the other print providers. And this is where we definitely want to have our focus because we do want to offer that sleeve design either be on the left or the right. And again, all of these print providers just don't provide that. So we definitely want to stick with the ones that do. In our case today, it is Swift POD. Again, we see the price options here, the size options. We see the standard shipping price, the average shipping time, as well as the colors offered. But the main highlight of this section, again, is just make sure that whatever print provider you use, you definitely want to confirm they offer that design option on the sleeve of the sweatshirt. So if everything looks good here, we can go ahead and click on Start Designing. All right, so here we are in the Printify design space. And this is what we would typically see when we come to a product, either be a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. Of course, we have the layout of the sweatshirt here with the design block here for us to create. Of course, we definitely want to stay in the bounds of what will be printed inside of this area here. But as you see here, we have some extra options in regards to where we can upload designs. We have the left sleeve and the right sleeve, and this is where we're going to spend most of our time today because again, we definitely want to offer that sleeve design. So if you look over here, we have this little bracket here letting us know where we can actually upload our design for our sleeve. We have it on this one here, as well as on the other sleeve as well. And we have some other options in regards to how we can actually place this on our design to look in the way that we definitely want to focus. So again, think about this just as a large space for us to create over the entire sweatshirt sleeve from the top of the shoulder all the way down to the wrist. And so we definitely have to just imagine this halfway space here if we want to create a wrist type design, and if we wanted to create a sleeve type design, obviously you'll take up the middle portion here. So let me upload some designs to share with you how easy it is to get this placement right, and we'll preview some of our designs here to see how they will actually be printed once we get everything done. All right, so before we even create a design, we definitely want to back our design up with data to make sure that whatever we are creating is actually going to sell. And so in our case today, we definitely want to focus on a grandma sweatshirt, which is part of the video I did last time, telling you to find micro niches by just adding in specific people that would do extremely well on Etsy. So as we go down here, you can see a couple of data points to make note of. Of course, we see the image here of the design. We see the last 7 days, how many sales they received, the last 24 hours that they received the sale, views, favorites, release date, and some more data in regards to tags. But as you can see here, just looking at the first listing, sweatshirts with the sleeve design is doing well. 504 sales here, 454 sales. Take note, again, this is just for the last 7 days, not talking about the lifetime of the listing or what has been gathered in the past 30 days. We see the listing date here, so we know these are, recently dropped in regards to the history of this listing. And again, these are selling well. This is actually what's trending. Going down here again, we see some more options here. And if you want to focus on a Christmas theme, we have that option here as well. Recently released September 14th, so we know this is going to increase with sales over time as well. But one of the things we definitely want to note is offering this type of version here of our design on the sleeve of the sweatshirt as well as on the wrist of the sweatshirt. All right, so here we are in Canva, and this is where we're going to create our design. Now we're going to start off with the front part of our design here for the sweatshirt. So I like to create that size to be 5,000 by 5,000. But for our sleeve design, we definitely want to create a different size here. Now, if you do want to know the exact size for the printed area, you can head back over to Printify and they give you all of the dimensions here in regards to the printing area. And of course, they make sure this is actually a high DPI at 300. So now we're back in Canva, and instead of us setting this to be 5,000 by 5,000, we definitely want to add in the size offer here from Printify. So I want to start off with the first number here. Just simply copy and paste this and let that be the width of our design. And go back to this number here, copy and paste that, and let that be the height of our design. Now, again, we can go much higher than that if you do want to increase the maximum resolution count. But because we're not necessarily creating a lot of graphic designs on our sleeve, we're just utilizing this for names and maybe 1 or 2 elements. I'm not concerned about the DPI number being extremely high or the pixel count being extremely high. So with that being said, I think the numbers that we have here are just fine. We can hit create design. And now we have our design space for our sleeve design here, as well as our design space for our center design for our sweatshirt. All right, so here's the front of our design. We have it say Mimi, and we cover this with some Christmas elements that I think would do extremely well. And again, it says Mimi Claus. But when we head over to the sleeve design, all I did here was just add in some text just to put in, just as an example, different people's names, because again, this is geared towards a grandma. So we definitely want to highlight her grandchildren in regards to the sleeve design. And we just went in here and found some Christmas themed hearts that we added to the bottom of our design as well as to the top. And of course, we just made sure everything was center. But again, as you notice here, we didn't more so head over to the top of our design because again, for this particular design, I definitely want to be as close to the sleeve as possible down to the wrist part, but I don't want to go as high as the shoulder. Just want to be right here in the middle and head all the way down to the wrist part of the sleeve design. So with that being said, I want to head over to share, head over to download, and I want to save this as a PNG, but utilize the transparent background. And I want to do this just not for our sleeve design, but also for our center design we have created, so we can have 2 designs we upload to our print on demand product. All right, so here we are back in Printify, and the first thing we definitely want to do is upload our design for the center of our product. So we want to head over to where our design is saved and just drag and drop this over into our space. All right, and we have our design here, and it says the Mimi Claus, and we want to push this up to the top as we see this to work well with designs being right at the top of our area here for our print. Now we can go over to preview and see how this looks, but in our case today, we just want to head over to our sleeve design to create the sleeve part of this product. So I want to focus on the right sleeve, and the same thing we did here for our center design, we want to drag over our sleeve design over into our space here. And because we are using the proper design space, this fits perfectly into our space here. I can zoom in and see actually how this looks. Now remember, this is the entire sleeve of the product, so I definitely want to be mindful of that. I don't want this to be all the way to the top, because again, that's going to be right on the shoulder of our design. I definitely want to design this so that we have a element at the wrist of our product and moving right here almost to the center of our design space. Now, if everything looks good here, we can head over to preview to see how this is going to look once it is printed out. So as you can see here, we have our front design that says Mimi Claus, and you can already see just the sleeve design coming up and what we have here. Again, I see another version here as well. I have Mimi Claus here, and I see my design showing up as well. So with the particular mockups that Printify has, we can't see our design in its entirety. But again, I'll make sure I leave a link down in my description box below to the actual print I have received from Printify of the actual design, so you can see how this actually is printed once everything is done. So as you can see, creating these type of trending sweatshirt sleeve designs is really easy to do once you know the actual steps to find the right size for these particular products and utilizing the right design trends and elements. Now, if you want to check out Printify on your own, they were so kind to give my audience that discount code to get Printify Premium for 30 days absolutely for free. This is able to keep more money in your pocket as you get a discount for every single product you sell. Now, in today's video, I didn't have time to go over how to actually start your print-on-demand business with Printify and Etsy. However, if you want to learn that exact process, then check out this next video here. And if you want to learn more about how to make income online, then consider subscribing to my channel here. So always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.